How does somebody go from being the first person you wanted to tell everything to somebody you don't even know how to text anymore? I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and one of the main reasons it popped into my head was the other day a girl who used to be really close friends with me texted me out of nowhere. And honestly, I was excited. We hadn't really talked in a long time, so it was nice to catch up. At first, everything felt pretty normal. But after texting back and forth for a little while, I started to realize something. Nothing was wrong. We weren't arguing, and the conversation wasn't awkward at all. It just wasn't the same. We'd known each other for years, and over those years, we'd gotten really close. And at one point, she was one of the closest people in my life. And for a short period, I would even say we were closer than friends. To put it simply, things got messy, feelings got hurt, and we stopped talking for a bit. Eventually, we worked things out, and honestly, everything went right back to normal. But then graduation happened. I moved away for college, she stayed home to go into the workforce, and nobody ever sat down and said, we're probably not going to talk very much anymore. And if somebody had told me that back then, I probably wouldn't have believed them. And I think in some ways that's kind of funny to me that you spend, all those years of your life talking to someone almost every day, and they know more than most people will ever know about you in your entire life. And then one move, and suddenly your entire relationship depends on sending each other Instagram reels. And I swear some of my friendships are literally maintained by just sending anything that's labeled literally us with like I don't know, a Fight Club edit or something. Yeah, but anyways, the other day she hit me up because she was on vacation and an inside joke came up, and we joked about it for a bit. And to be honest with you, things for a moment felt how they used to be. But then the joke was over, and suddenly the conversation turned into the so how's school? Good. How's work? Good. And that was kind of it. And I tried to hold on to the conversation, but I know that eventually, she'll send me a snap and I'll send one back, and I'll go right back to knowing nothing more than what her walls and ceiling look like every day. Which, let me tell you, is impossible to start a conversation from. Like, what am I supposed to say? Oh, wow, yeah, you have 3 fan blades instead of 4. Yeah, I never noticed that before. Like, no, I'm not doing that. That's just sad and definitely creepy. Furrow, please don't do that. That was a joke. Don't be a creep. Thanks, bye. Nah, but it really starts to feel like a LinkedIn conversation. And by the way, can I just say the LinkedIn LARP between friends needs to be studied? Like, I swear all my friends are the same with this. Bro, suddenly you're Patrick Bateman? Oh, glad to see all the hard work you've been putting in, Jimmers. I see a bright future coming up. Bro, you were just talking about some man were actual losers at Taco Bell with me at 2 a.m. last night. You were pushing Unreal Rank on Fort less than a year ago. And I get it. It's connections and whatever, be professional, but holy LARP.
Welcome to Billy Bob's Bait Shop. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. We're here for, so much LARP. It's a crime.
But in all seriousness, this is her conversation development with me every time. I'll be all, so what have you been up to? Working? Still in school? Yup. Nice. Yup. Cool. Sends a snap. Like, bro, I'm losing my mind. And this is the part I couldn't stop thinking about, right? Because I still care about her, and I still want to know what's happening. She isn't someone who posts a lot, so the truth is, I don't really know what's happening in her life anymore. And I want to, I just don't have that window to look through. And I still want us to be close, so why did talking to someone who used to be so easy suddenly feel so hard? And I find myself saying, I want to fix this, but what exactly is there to fix? I don't think this is just about me and her. This isn't some kind of breakup story. It's about everyone. And a lot of people, if not all, have experienced this with somebody in their life. An old teammate, an ex, maybe even family like a cousin. Somebody you used to know everything about, and now you honestly have no idea what's going on in their life anymore. So I'm trying to find the answer to how exactly does this happen. I looked into it more, and I think the first answer is you stop living the same life. Not time, not distance. You stop experiencing life together. I mean, think about it. Me and this girl. Just being in high school together automatically gave us a million things to talk about. You know, teachers, lunch, homework, the football game, classmates, drama, stuff about mutual friends. But now we live in completely different worlds. Looking back, I don't think we were so close because we were amazing at talking. I think we were really close because we were living the same life. And I'm not saying there wasn't something special between us, there absolutely was, but I also can't ignore something. Every day, there was something new. Somebody said something stupid in class, somebody got into a fight, the football game was crazy, that test was really hard. Once that ends, you slowly lose those shared experiences. And thinking about this is huge. Not shared memories, but shared experiences. And this is why it might feel so hard, and also why she would bring up something like an inside joke, a memory, or a shared experience we had. But past memories can only carry a friendship so far. You ever notice once you stop seeing somebody every day, somehow every conversation starts sounding like an interview? I think I finally realized why, which is because the only stories we have left to tell are simply updates. And it is scary how fast you can go from being able to talk about things for hours to asking each other what's new every time. But if this is true, then how do some people stay friends forever? Great question. Take me and my very small circle of friends, for example. I have two very close friends of mine, and we call all the time. Things never seem boring. We can be on the call and not even be talking about anything. My one friend will sit on call with me for hours, playing Elden Ring, and say nothing. You know who you are. He knows who he is, and I know he's watching this right now. You know who you are. Hop off Elden Ring, lil bruh. But point being, we are always updating each other on our lives, and any way we can, even though we live very far away, we are still intentionally creating those new shared experiences all the time. I will update them on anything. I don't even have to have a reason to call them, and I will just talk to them. So what happened with someone like this girl? I don't think we stopped caring about each other, and I don't think either of us genuinely believe or think I'm done with this person. I think it was something much quieter. Life just stopped putting us in the same story. And needless to say, I stopped intentionally creating those new shared experiences with her all the time. And you know, when that happened, our friendship slowly became something we had instead of something we were continuing to build. And truthfully, I still can't fully understand, because the biggest part of me wants to still think she's the same person, and I would like to believe she still thinks I'm the same person. But honestly, a hard pill to swallow is that neither of us really knows who we've become over the past few years. And that hurts, because it's true. You can love who somebody was while still losing sight of who they are becoming. And I know this girl and me had a thing, but this isn't about romance. It's about every relationship. Earlier I said it felt like I didn't have a window into her life anymore. And sometimes I feel like that's exactly what friendships are. They're windows. Every conversation we have, every inside joke, every random phone call gives you another little glimpse through the window into somebody's life. And when those moments slowly disappear, and if you're anything like me, you might not even realize. Because the curtains don't slam shut on you, they just slowly close. So maybe that's how people slowly do become strangers. Not because we stop caring or loving each other, not because we did anything wrong or there's something that needs to be fixed, like I said before, but because life slowly stopped giving us reasons to keep looking through each other's windows. Disclaimer again, please don't actually look through people's windows. That's a metaphorical window. It's not real. Don't do it, you creep. Sorry, loud does not equal funny. I don't know why that's my mindset whenever I record something, but it's just how it is. I still don't know if things with her will ever feel the same way they used to. Maybe they will, and maybe they won't, but I really don't think that means either of us failed. I think life just kept moving, and the truth is, at one point, I really thought we were going to be those people forever, those friends that are always there, but at the end of the day, she's her and I'm me. And somewhere along the way, our lives just started pointing in different directions. And I have a lot of people like that. People I couldn't imagine going 1 week without talking to. Some of them I'll probably never really talk to again. Not because we hate each other and not because any of us did anything wrong. Life just kept moving. And that's okay. Not because it doesn't hurt. It does, sometimes a lot. But because I think that's just part of loving people. And maybe somewhere out there, she's telling somebody this exact same story about me. Anyways, that's about it for me. It's 5:30 in the morning, so let me know what you think in the comments. If there's any questions or topics you've been overthinking, question box is in the bio of my YouTube channel. Please put things in there. I want to make videos on them, and I read all of them. So I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.